No one can know about this, Lucas. From here on out, nothing can come between us.
I promise.
I mean it. We're all we have now. Nothing will ever change that.
Of course. Just you and I.
Hello, Mr. Patterson. I'm Detective Vincent Shelby. Thanks for coming in today. Extremely sorry to hear about your loss. Michael, I'm going to try and get you out of here as soon as possible, okay?
Call me Mike. Thank you for your concern.
Yeah, Mike, okay. Mike, did you grow up here in Springwood?
Yep, born and raised.
Yeah, it's a good place to grow up, huh?
It has its ups and downs, like any other town, I guess.
Yeah. Now tell me, what exactly happened at your residence the night of October the 18th?
What do you mean, what happened? You saw what happened. My house caught on fire.
With your family inside?
Yes.
What happened that night, Mike?
I'm sorry, I'm still freaked out by this whole thing.
Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead.
Well, my wife, Lisa, she was making dinner when I got home from work, and kids needed help with their homework, so I helped them like I normally do, and after that, my daughter Erin was setting the table, and David was just bugging Lisa, just waiting for dinner to be done, and we sat down at the table and said our family prayer, and kids started just telling us how their day went, and Lisa started telling me about work, and after that moment, I smelled something. I smelled something burning. And so I went and I thought maybe Lisa forgot to turn the stove off, so I went in the kitchen, and that wasn't it. And went and checked the furnace, and nothing there. And went outside to see if the smell was coming from a neighbor's house or something, and that's when I seen the whole side of the house up in flames, and I panicked. I immediately turned around and ran to the house, and the door was locked.
Why was the door locked?
I don't know. Why? How the hell would I know why the door was locked?
Whoa. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, Mike.
I didn't do it. You think I did this?
I'm not saying that at all. Just trying to figure this whole thing out, okay? Now, can you think of any reason as to why your house would have caught fire?
Let me ask you this, Vincent. Have you ever had a family member who didn't really agree with who you wanted to spend the rest of your life with?
Maybe? I don't understand.
Like, have you ever wanted to just go to such extremes like tying them to a chair, or so they would just never get in the way?
What are you trying to say, Mike?
I'm sorry, but there's really nothing else I can do. I'm sorry, but there's really nothing I can tell you that will help anything. I did everything I can to protect my family. I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable discussing this anymore.
Mike, I can only imagine what you're going through. I can. But it's not like I'm holding you down and trying to beat answers out of you, you know? I just want to know everything you know, or anything that you can think. Mike? Mike, are you okay? Mike? You okay? You all right?
Yeah. I mean, I could be a hell of a lot better. Why?
Just kind of zoned out there for a sec.
It's fine. It's, for what it's worth, it's fine. I'm fine. Can I go now?
Not yet. I have just a couple more questions to ask you.
Well, then I would like to have my attorney.
Mike, it's a couple simple questions. What's the problem?
Get me my attorney.
Call him up.
What's he hiding?
I don't know, but it's really starting to piss me off.
Do you think he started the fire?
Who knows? Something doesn't seem right here, you know? Oh, you must be...
Stephen Birch. I'm Mr. Patterson's attorney. Anything Michael might have explained is now under my jurisdiction. Everything from here on out goes through me. Now, I'd like to see my client.
Well, good luck.
Yeah. Gentlemen? Hey, Mike.
Hey.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss. But I'm here for you, and to make sure everything goes smoothly, even if these cops are being a little rough around the edges.
Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate that.
No problem. Now tell me your story. What's going on?
Does this guy have any other relatives we can bring in for questioning?
This is weird.
What's that?
Doesn't have much information in here, except for the fact that he has joint ownership of the residence with his wife, Lisa. But every expense on the home was made from her account.
It does seem a little strange, doesn't it?
But from the information he filled out, the living relative section was left completely blank.
Excuse me, I have a couple more questions for Mike here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name.
I didn't give it. Detective Vincent Shelby.
Vince. May I call you Vince? Yeah. My client's innocent, and due to certain circumstances, I feel like he should be allowed to go home and mourn the death of his family, instead of being held here in contempt and criminalized, as the killer's still out there roaming the streets.
First of all, your client is not being held in contempt, nor criminalized. And second, Mr. Patterson is the only witness that has any known knowledge of what happened the night of the fire and death of his family. So unless you want this to escalate into something more extreme, Mr. Birch, I'd advise you to let me speak to your client until all my questions are answered.
I won't be threatened, but if anything comes out of your mouth that defaces my client, I'll just make sure everyone in this town knows exactly what kind of people the Springwood Police Department are.
I can have you arrested, Mr. Birch. Don't think for a second that I can't. So, Mike, your wife,
Lisa.
Lisa, how long were you two married?
A little over 7 years.
7 years. And how old were your kids?
Aaron was 11 and David was 7.
So you realized after the second one it was time to tie the knot, huh?
I have a problem with commitment.
And that's understandable. Sometimes those things take time. How about relatives? Are your parents still around?
Okay, Mr. Shelby, let's stick to the program here.
That's okay. It's fine. My parents actually died when I was 12 years old. My father died in his sleep. My mother died in a car accident. It was devastating. It tore me apart.
Yeah. I'm truly sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's hard to get through. Still is.
Trust me, I went through a very similar situation, and yeah, it is tough. But you know what they say, memories last a lifetime.
Sure do.
Boy, I could use some water. You want some water?
Yeah, yes, please.
You?
No, I'm fine.
Good afternoon, Amy.
Hey, Vince. How's the Michael Patterson case going?
I tell you, if it were any more peachy, I'd have to open up a damn fruit stand.
Hey, Vince, I found some things you really need to see.
Let me guess, is it the autopsy on the arsonist?
I wish.
Me too. Let's talk about it in my office. Hey, Jimmy, showing the guys around?
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
I remember those days.
How about it? I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Alzheimer's again?
Must have slipped my mind. You want some?
Nah, I'm good.
Well, what you got for me?
Well, I pulled up some old police reports of a couple of family deaths from about 20 years ago. Meet Frank and Carolyn Pierce. You see, Frank was stabbed to death in his sleep, while Carolyn was run over by the family vehicle.
Okay. What does that have to do with anything?
Now get this. Frank and Carolyn had a 12-year-old son named Lucas, who was then put in foster care.
Mike, please don't pay him any attention. We're gonna get you out of here very soon. He has nothing on us, okay? So first I need to get back to what we were talking about, and that would be the alibi. That night, you need to tell me where you were, and we need to have a witness so you can get exactly.
Shortly after that, he was admitted to a mental ward after killing several kids at that foster home.
That's terrible. But again, why are you telling me this?
Vince, Lucas Pierce escaped and was never found. So then I looked in the database for any kind of information on Michael. Nothing came up. It's like he doesn't even exist.
Guys, quick, you need to get to the basement right away. Come on, quick, quick, quick.
What the hell happened here?
I don't know, I went to go use the restroom and then I
Go call an ambulance.
Steven? Where's Michael? Where did Michael go? Where'd Michael go? Steven? Tim, let me see the files on that,
Lucas Pierce?
Lucas Pierce.
Detective Shelby and Detective Craig, we're coming down.
Looks like you might be too tall for the ceilings, man.
Yeah, at least I'm not afraid of spiders.
Put your hands in the air.
She was right here. She was right here where I left her.
Put your hands in the air.
This doesn't have to end badly, son. Just do what he says.
Where's...
I will not tell you again, Lucas. I will shoot you if you don't follow orders. We're gonna have to take you in for what you did to Steven. Put your hands in the air so this doesn't get any more difficult than it already is.
I'm sorry. I did what I had to do.
Lucas?
We may have fought here and there. We may have argued, but I will always love her. She's family.
So you killed her along with your kids?
I'm not talking about my wife.
Put your hands in the air!
Just listen to what he says.
Just you and I. Make sure you give this to my sister when you find her.
Here, take this. It's a necklace I took from one of the nurses. Nothing can come between us. We're all we have now. Nothing will ever change that. Nothing will ever change that.